and Anish, we saw, again, full-on drama in this game. And now we see rook to f2, attacking the queen. The queen moves over to c3. Again, it's so difficult to unravel when the players have such little time left on the clock.
Yeah, it feels like Anish Giri, he's trying to set in place all of the ingredients for a smothered checkmate. That often means landing a black knight on the f2 square with a check in conjunction with the queen on the diagonal. You have some checkmating motifs against the white king, but it's not just not quite working. And I think it's miscalculated something, Giri. That other variation we mentioned, rotate to g2, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it was all forcing moves and it was all kind of capture, check. So it should have been possible to calculate it. But now he's down to 1 minute. I mean, this is just a 3-result game again. Giri's let it slip on the brink of victory. And suddenly material is balanced pretty much. White has actually a small advantage. 3 pawns and a rook for 2 pieces. So if Giri doesn't land a checkmate, Ivanka, this game might turn.
I can fully see it turning, because the pawn on d5 is so strong. So Gukesh will be feeling very, very hopeful. But now, Anish, he's down to 30 seconds. What is he going to choose?
He brings his bishop out to attack the white queen. She doesn't have too many squares. She retreats. Best move, only move by Gukesh, but he found it instantly. We're used to that from him now. Such a clutch player. And okay, black's pieces are really poorly coordinated now. They're kind of randomly strewn across the board. Okay, still in control. Giri, can he keep calm?
Yeah, the question is where to start targeting the white camp, because the white queen is threatening to infiltrate, and there we can see best move in the board, queen to g5. The queen is coming in.
And I think fortunately for Gukesh, that's maybe one of the more natural moves in the position, threatening some checks, maybe threatening the black bishop in some variations. You cannot really move your rooks. You can move your pawns, but it's either pawns or queen. You cannot move anything else for Gukesh. So 30 seconds, will he find the best move? Queen to g5. And Giri, he's very zen, very calm considering. But I think inside, he must know that he's missed something even better. And that's very hard situation to be in. Gukesh under 20 seconds, Ivanka. Panic stations.
It is panic stations. I guess he's just looking at all potential moves. He has a lot of choice. The queen can activate. The white e-pawn can step forward. No, but of course, Gukesh, one of his trademarks is that he loves to mobilize the queen, and indeed, he puts it on her most active square. Great defense here from the world champion.
Yeah, great move. There was actually a huge threat in the position. That was for black's bishop to come into e4 to, again, overload the white bishop and to try and break through on the second rank for checkmate. But now bishop to e4, not possible because white will give a check with the queen. And when the black king moves, the black knight will also fall with a check. So, black's pieces coordinated for now, but a bit clumsy, a bit loose. Giri's now the one under 20 seconds. And this is going to continue, Ivanka. We're only at move 30. They've got 10 more moves before they get added time. Giri retreats his bishop back where it came from.
Okay, and decision time. We can see once again the blue arrow telling us that what's best move is just to give a check on h5. But Gukesh, he's such an ambitious player. Will he be playing for more? I mean, what is black threatening? Is black threat still going to go for this bishop to e4 business? Looks like it.
Yeah, I think so. Now the black bishop, he checks on the wrong square. I was going to say now the black bishop can block potentially, and of course that isn't the best move from Giri. He could have moved his king, maybe that was even stronger, but I mean at this point it's just about getting to move 40 and surviving till that point, taking stock. Survival is the name of the game for Gukesh especially, who still faces a scary attack. Ivanka, predictions?
10 seconds, anything can happen. I mean, one thing that Gukesh must not do is he must not capture the rook on f2 because, as David highlighted, there is a smothered mate in the air. Of course, Gukesh just centralizes his rook.
Great move, covering the important e4 squares. The black bishop cannot use this square now. It is, yeah, well defended. And yeah, anyone who's been playing Puzzle Rush will know all about the smothered checkmate, but that would involve the knight landing on f2 without being captured. So, okay, he takes a pawn, Anish Giri. Jovanka is blue arrow central here. Every move for Gukesh is pretty much forced. He's found most of the best moves so far. Will he find rook takes rook?
It's not an easy move to spot, but there is a direct threat in the air. Black is threatening to play rook takes bishop, and if that happens, white's position will fall apart. So Gukesh just has to hold his nerve. Oh! He doesn't find it.
He doesn't find it. This is a losing blunder from Gukesh, but Anish Giri now, does he have to find the move indicated by the blue arrow? Bishop to e4. That is not easy. It's a beautiful geometric motif there, trying to overwhelm the white pieces. But you can see he senses it, Jovanka. He's leaning forward, Giri. There was a moment where his interest was really peaked, and Owen Lamy in the background senses it too. Bishop e4 would win. It would end in checkmate.
Oh, it's such a beautiful move. Putting your bishop in the middle of the board where it can be taken not just once, but twice. Oh, it involves beautiful geometry along the back rank, a checkmating idea on h2. 11 seconds, 12 seconds. It's not that much time to find such a wonderful move.
Will he find it, Anish Giri? Will he take the win against Gukesh? 3 seconds. He finds it. He made the move with 1 second left, Anish Giri. There's a rook exchange. What to play now?
Let's go! And this game has us on the edge of our seats. Rook takes rook. He has a choice. He can capture with a knight. He can capture... No, he can only capture with a knight. So that's all good.
Wow, what about this next move, Jovanka? It continues. He has to bring his knight back where it came from, defend his bishop on h6, clear the second rank for the black queen to do the checkmating, to do the business. It's a winning move if he finds it, Anish Giri.
He's not reaching for the knight. Okay, he's taken a breather. Again.
He's reaching for his queen.
Yeah.
Is he going to bring his queen back?
A pause.
Knight g4. That is brilliant. That is amazing. We'll break this all down later in more detail with variations, but 3 seconds. He blunders Anish Giri, brings his queen back.
Oh no. But now you can play queen to f6. Check.
Wow. Queen f6 gets the queens off the board, and Gukesh will not get checkmated. He might just win this game.
But also, is there a direct threat? Can you not take the bishop? I mean, these are the questions that are going to be running through Gukesh's head. Can he capture the bishop on e4?
The black knight would just recapture, I think, with a discovered check. Getting the queens off, great practical decision. In general, no more checkmate. Gukesh has plenty of time now, up to 1.5 minutes. He's going to win his first game as world champion. Look at Giri's face. Look at his reaction. He knew, he sensed it, Jovanka. He just didn't have time to work it out.
Oh, the pain. So close. On the verge of playing a brilliancy. Anish knows it is over. But wow. This was such an incredible fight.
Gukesh took so many risks, and was rewarded ultimately. Yes, he rode his luck along the way, but now he has done the hard work, and I think he's just going to move his rook. The D pawn is going to decide this one. It's Domaraju, the D pawn here, is going to promote or cost black a piece. And wow, heartbreak for Giri. Chess is cruel. Chess is so cruel.
It certainly is. And you can see the pain on Anish's face. He knows he was so close to getting off to the dream start to his campaign at Tata Steel Masters. And just one bad move throws it all away.
Yeah, and that's often the case in these chaotic positions. One move can be the difference between a win and a loss. There's very rarely any middle ground. Gives a check, Gukesh. He's one move away now from move 40. He pushes his d pawn forward, 2 squares away from promotion. He gets an extra 50 minutes on the clock, more importantly, and he's about to win this game.
And there we see both players leave the board. I'm sure they need to calm themselves down after that one. It was an epic time scramble. And there we see Fedoseev just take a look at the position, looks at Anish, understands that this is such a painful turnaround for the Dutchman.
Yeah, we saw Giri striding off in the background, I think trying to keep a poker face there, but he knows he has a lost position. His 2 pieces cannot fight against White's rook, so we will revisit this. But some players still short on time on the other board, Jovanka. Maybe we zoom out for the moment. We'll break things down in more detail a bit later, once the dust is settled after the time control clears the second rank, and asks the question. It also defends this bishop, most importantly. Any checks, by the way, just met by king to g7, and White is run out of checks, so this doesn't help. Instead, though, the most beautiful, most instructive variation, the one I think Giri missed, was rook takes bishop. And now you don't give a check on the first rank because the white bishop blocks. But first you jump back. You check the king. Has to slide into the corner. King f1 is also checkmated. And now, only now, do you deliver the killer blow. Back rank checkmate. Incoming in the next couple of moves. This would have been over, Jovanka. Instead, Giri dropped back, allowed a queen exchange, and it's over in the opposite direction. How heartbreaking is this?
It's incredibly heartbreaking. But those lines you just showed us, especially the queen coming back to b6 to give a check, force the white king in the corner, it's just absolutely magnificent. And I don't know whether it's a good idea for Anish to check the engine after he finishes this game, because he is going to be absolutely devastated.
Yeah, and he's putting a brave face on things, but we saw it for that moment. The mask dropped, right, Jovanka? And Anish tries never to kind of let his emotions betray him, but he knew instantly, as soon as the queens came off, he knew he was winning before that as well. Maybe now he's had time to kind of digest the variations, and I've got no doubt, even without checking the engine, Jovanka, he's going to come back, he's going to be like, damn, I missed knight g4, and that would have been over. I would have won.
Yeah, and how does one recover from such an epic turn of events? You feel like you're playing great chess. One bad moment. In fact, there we just see the knight drop back, but ultimately this position is just winning for Gukesh because the d pawn is simply unstoppable. And there we see Rook attacking the knight. Once the knight moves, the d pawn will advance. And there we see handshake and a decisive result for Gukesh. An incredible game between these two, all decided in a split second in time trouble.
A game for the ages, a game with so much drama, so many twists and turns, a real roller coaster of emotions for both players. And you can see here Anish Giri pointing out what he should have done. I think Gukesh, trying to find a defense here for White, but ultimately Gukesh is the one who takes the win, takes the points, and has started his reign as world champion with a victory. Wow, chess, classical chess continues to deliver. And there we see Anish leaning back, realizing now that he missed a win. He was winning for much of that game, Jovanka, but he missed one clear win right at the end.
Yeah, and there you can see his look as he understands what could have happened instead of the moves that he played. But Anish taking it with a smile, he seems very well adjusted. Like, okay, he played a great game. Those are the positives. He can move on, understanding that he's in good shape.
Hmm. Yeah, Anish is in good form. The result was deceptive, or at least, yeah, people breezing past this might think, okay, Gukesh took the win with the white pieces, but yeah, that doesn't tell half the story. Wow. I wonder whether we'll be looking back at this result in a couple of weeks, Jovanka, and I mean, this could be the difference, right, between winning the tournament or coming second. Two of the big favourites for the event, the world champion and Anish Giri, the former champion of Tata Steel. Wow.
Yeah.
Titan clash, and it's Gukesh who emerges on top.